Hi, welcome to my macaroni and tuna and pea salad. First, before I started the video, I took the pasta and boiled it. I used the big shells. They call them 22 shell, if you can see that. But they're just the large shells. I don't use the small shells. So as you can see them, they're big. What I did was got a big pot of water, put water in it, a tablespoon of salt, and you follow the direction on the back. It said to cook 9 to 11 minutes, but of course I set my timer for about 8 to 10 minutes because I want mine done a little al dente so that it don't get mushy, because the worst thing you can have is mushy pasta. When you're boiling water or boiling pasta, you should always put the pasta in, give it a stir, and then another stir about a minute later to make sure it doesn't stick, and that helps out pretty good. Now this salad's actually my mom's salad. Today's actually her birthday. May her soul rest in peace. But she's famous for all her macaroni salads and pasta salads, and of course I'm famous for them now because I've stole the recipes. But the best part about making these salads is using good quality products. I'm using white albacore tuna, excuse me, and it's better to use good quality ingredients if you want to come out with good quality taste. So I used 2 of those small cans, and I crushed it all up a little bit. And you can crush it up a little bit more because you don't want to have big chunks. The worst thing to bite into is a big chunk of tuna. Some people might like that, but I don't. So you got that in there. We're gonna put. Oh, this looks. Usually I make 2 pounds, so I'm gonna put a half a cup of red onions, which I finely diced. We might add more. We'll see. I usually make this with 2 pounds, but today I'm using 1. Let's see, it's about half a cup of the red onions. And let's see, we'll put a tablespoon of parsley, a teaspoon of pepper. We'll start with a half a teaspoon, see how that goes. And probably going to need another teaspoon, about a teaspoon of salt, and I'll probably add another teaspoon of salt. And then I usually give that a good mix so that tuna can get good and flavored. I don't know if you can see that, but that way that's good and flavored. Then you add your pasta. Now you want to really drain this pasta really well. Rinse it with cold water. But then you got to drain it really, really well because there's lots of little spots in there where water can sit, and you don't want no water in your salad. So that's looking good. So we're going to put some mayonnaise. It's going to be about a cup of mayonnaise. I'm just going to use that cup. Okay. And use good mayonnaise, real mayonnaise. Growing up, my mother, she used Miracle Whip for most of her salads, but I've changed mine to real mayonnaise. But I do have a little secret that makes my salads taste good. I add also a little Miracle Whip, and that's just going to be a little 1/4 cup. So that was a cup of mayonnaise, and I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of Miracle Whip. And then my peas I've just had out on the counter. They're not all the way thawed, but they're pretty thawed. But use good quality peas too. Don't use the generic for anything for this. Not that I don't use good generic and store brand stuff, but for this salad I use the good quality noodles, a nice sweet onion, whenever making any cold salads, you always want to use a good sweet onion. Never use like cooking onions. They're too strong. And I can tell we need another tablespoon of parsley. So that's 2 tablespoons of parsley. And then the other half of pepper. So that was 1 teaspoon of pepper total. And another teaspoon of salt. So we're going to call that 2 teaspoons. And this is looking and smelling so good. And the green peas are what make it look so pretty, I think, in my opinion. So get it stirred up really good. I'm going to give it a little taste so I can see about the seasonings. Oh, perfect. So like I said, use good quality peas too. And my suggestion is never to use the ones in the can. I don't like them at all, but if you like them, you know, you can go for it. So I'm going to probably put 2 cups. There's 1. Whoa, I guess we didn't get everything out of there. Let's see. But even though the peas are still a little bit frozen, you let this sit for you want to let this sit definitely a half hour to an hour before you serve it. But refrigerate it. You'll get a better flavor. Everything gets marinated. And even overnight is best. But the reason why I use the Miracle Whip, I forgot to tell you that, is because sometimes when you use real mayonnaise, the salad gets dried out a little bit, especially like the next day. So the Miracle Whip helps keep it moist, in my opinion, I think. Yeah, I'm going to see another half a cup of peas. Let's see, so we're on 1½ cups of peas so far. Yeah, and I think that's perfect. So 1½ cups of peas, 1 pound of pasta, a cup of real mayonnaise, 2 of the small cans of tuna, or 1 of the big ones you can use, a half a red onion, a 1/4 cup of the Miracle Whip, and 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and that's it. That's finished. Let me give it another taste just to see, check the seasonings. Very good. Oh my goodness, really good. And I'm proud to say I got this recipe from my mom. I love cooking. It always takes me back to spending time with my mom. It makes me think of my mom. So let me give you a close-up here of the salad. I hope you give this one a try. I guarantee you everyone will love it. Thanks for watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel. And just please give this one a try. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Thanks. Bye.